by the Zambia Professional Boxing and Wrestling Control Board. Live and direct from the Music Club here at East Park in Lusaka. The boxers are ready. Fight fans, are you ready? Fight fans, are you ready? This is a Team Sting Promotions. No jokes, no drama. All day long. 24/7. That's what we do. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together and welcome into the ring from the Democratic Republic of Congo, fighting out of Kolwezi, Ignatius Biduaya Mbula. Biduaya yesterday tipped the scale at 62.56 kilograms in the lightweight division. He was in weight and cleared by the board to fight. A big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, for Good Kelly. Biduaya has a fight record of 4 fights with 3 wins and 1 draw. Now put your hands, ladies and gentlemen, for Ignatius, the young phantom, Mutale from Team Sting. No jokes, no drama. The 18-year-old has his first fight, which he won, no loss. A big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, for Ignatius Mutale. Olunimama tumukobwela kwisaya asala pukepa kuchampuka buli mwilaya ubo amenshimo nakwimanola ya ubo bulendo kwimango mulebo emulandu shafikonka mwefifya malefo wiba malai nyati pandusha umfuika okay ani crown yona kufika tiwako cha umepaba. Big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, for the 18-year-old young phantom fighting out of Team Sting. Uyate waletele fibemba yunankwalete waletele fibemba nishafu mwabanga mwatuma bachilemba. By the way, pardon. Big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, for Ignatius Mutale, the young phantom. Please cross. Please come to the blue corner. Sting. Hello, young phantom. Hello, please move to the red corner. Please move to the red corner. Sorry about that. Our referee this evening, ladies and gentlemen, is Mabel Mulenga. Judge number 1 is Mr. Thomas Chililo. Judge number 2, Mr. Francis Chirwa. Judge number 3, Mr. Raphael Chalwe. Our timekeeper this evening, ladies and gentlemen, is Mr. Frank Muntali. Our match commissioner for this tournament this evening is Colonel Francis Galafu Mwanza. A big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, for the boxers. Allow me to welcome in our presence the Permanent Secretary of the Ministry of Youth and Sport, Mr. Kangwa Chileshe. You are most welcome, sir. A big round of applause for our Permanent Secretary in the House. Boxers to the center of the ring, please. Boxers to the center of the ring, please.
Boxers, obey my commands. If I say stop, you stop. If I say no necessary clinching, okay? No clinching necessary. If I say stop, you stop, okay? Shake your hands. Go to your...
Thank you so much. Let's get ready for the first round, ladies and gentlemen, of this international non-title fight in the lightweight division, which is Zambia versus the Democratic Republic of Congo.
Cosmos, the period that we've been anticipating is finally here, and the boxers are ready to take on each other. This is the first bout of the evening, featuring Ignatius Mutale coming all the way from Team Sting Boxing Promotions, weighing 61 kg. That's the lightweight category. And we also have Biduaya Mbula from the DRC Congo. That's the DR Congo, also weighing 61 kg, fighting all the way from our neighbors. It doesn't feel so much of an imbalanced fight, but because we have two people that are weighing the same division, usually we've got maybe 2-3 kgs higher, but now they are all 61 kg, meaning there is something that we anticipate to see in this fight.
Indeed, I can hear fans cheering on simply because they can't wait for the bell to be banged for the first round. And we're waiting for the bell and only round one to start. It's on, Bobby.
It is. Let's get to see what Ignatius Mutale brings to the ring as he takes on Biduaya Mbula from the DR Congo. And as anticipated, it is the Zambian that is taking the fight to the visiting colleague from the DR Congo. Look at those punches, Cosmos.
Good. I can see Ignatius trying to dodge some punches, which is quite interesting, and he's already started throwing some jabs. And it is interesting to see how he's able to dodge. Both have that ability, but who has the ability to throw the punch and take the other down? That is what we'll be waiting for, or eager to find in this fight.
The boxers still weighing each other. They know they still have a few more rounds to go before a decision can be made, but one would want to end it in the first round, and let's get to see who wants it more. Ignatius, having received that punch from Biduaya, he would want to protect his face heading into the remaining minutes or so of the first round.
Oh, what a hook!
Indeed, a good hook from Ignatius. I think is more, his left hand looks to be the more powerful of the two.
Indeed, and his stance says it all, because that left hook was nice. See, take a look at how he's dodging. I can hear the fans cheering him on. What a wonderful performance by Ignatius so far. But we also expect that he needs to find those punches on the body of Biduaya Mbula.
Remember, this is his second fight. He made his debut earlier this year, which was on the 21st of January 2023, and now he's making his second appearance when it comes to Team Sting Boxing Promotions, and not only Team Sting, but for his career, and he want to continue on from where he had left off in the first fight, because you realize that his first fight ended in a draw. He wants a victory this time around.
Indeed, and take a look at those punches that are going straight into the face of Biduaya Mbula. Quite an amazing performance so far, but none has attacked the other so much. We're just seeing hooks from Ignatius Mutale and straight punches from Biduaya Mbula. Ignatius is taken into the corner and is out. Oh, look at that, look at that.
Still a moment of trying to weigh in, trying to determine how strong your opponent is, what's their weakest link, what's their strongest link, and we've been able to see that in the first few seconds of this fight.
But looking for an uppercut.
It was indeed, he was looking for an uppercut, but unfortunately I think the opposition was ready to dodge that, and eventually it did not materialize into anything tangible, Cosmos.
Those hooks and punches, take a look at that. Wow. And the advantage of having such hooks and punches is because once they get into the opponent's body, I think that's a plus for you. But once you miss them, you might waste your energy and fail to continue even in the rounds that are remaining, because these are 6 rounds, 3 minutes each, which is totaling up to 18 minutes of the fight. So it is going to be quite amazing. I hope those hooks and punches get onto the body of the opponents. What lovely hooks from Ignatius Mutale.
The good part with the Zambian boxer is that he's not only aiming for the head, Cosmas, he's also aiming for the other body parts. We've been able to see him hitting the lower part of the body and eventually trying to see how he can weaken the opposition so that heading into the remaining 2 rounds, he could create an opportunity to just basically go out now to destroy the opposition.
Indeed, and the first round of this fight is done. Take a look at those replays of the fight that was just recently made. We saw Ignatius finding the punches there, hooks onto the body and and on the head as well. So take a look at how he was dodging the punches from Biduaya Mbula. It was interesting to see how he is performing so far.
A lot of energy has already been used by these two boxers because you were able to realize that there were some punches that were aimed at the opponent, but unfortunately they could not hit the target, and once you do that you get to lose some sort of energy, and we're only hoping that heading into the second round of this bout we'll be able to see more action, the punches landing on the target, and eventually maybe, just maybe, we could see a knockout, but from what we've seen in the first round, Cosmas, we don't anticipate to see a knockout in the second round of the 3-round bout between these two youngsters.
Indeed, Ignatius Mutale fighting from the red corner as Biduaya Mbula comes from the blue corner. Ignatius Mutale in the red gloves and Biduaya Mbula in the blue gloves. And the second round is on. We'll wait to see if they will still be able to put up those punches that they earlier did in the first round. Ignatius seems to have improved in his dodging skills compared to his previous shockers in the previous edition. And Biduaya Mbula looks stable there, though he can't find the better of Ignatius Mutale.
No clear-cut punches from both boxers, but I think it's living up to the billing. I think he's lost his mouth guard, and this needs to be stopped so that he can get his mouth guard together. I think it should be Ignatius who's just dropped it, but I think the referee has stopped it so that he's able to pick his mouth guard and protect his mouth.
Indeed, that was quite dangerous actually if the fight had continued for a longer period of time. I think the referee was supposed to stop the fight just right there when he lost the mouth guard, because it would have been hurt. Who knows? Those punches are pretty good from Biduaya Mbula, though he seems to not get the better of Ignatius, because Ignatius is dodging, and he's dodging quite good. We just wait to see if the punches will be able to reach any of the opponents.
So that's a replay of the earlier action between the two boxers, and how the mouth guard was lost by Biduaya. I meant to believe that was from Biduaya's mouth.
Indeed, and the fight has continued. The fight has continued. Boxers are both waiting in the second round, and we wait to see if they can endure up until the 6th round, or they will record a knockout. But you see how Ignatius is dodging there. Biduaya trying to find the better of him, and they both hit themselves in the lower body. But one interesting thing is you don't only have to focus on the head, because the jabs that get into the ribs also play a very critical and vital role in the fight, because they get the opponent tired.
Cosmas, some boxers have retired just because of how impactful some of the punches were to do with their ribs, and we have seen quite a number of them doing that, and usually what that does, it weakens the opponent, and they will not be able to defend themselves, be it their lower body or even their upper body, their face and everything. They fail to do that, and at the end of it all, it sometimes it goes to a unanimous points decision on how many punches you did land on the lower part of your opponent's body.
That's very true, because if this fight goes as far as 6 rounds and the decision is to be made by the judges, all these punches, both in the lower body as well as the head, will count. So it is interesting to see that Biduaya Mbula is also getting the skills, or emulating the skills of Ignatius. Look at how he's dodging, and I saw earlier on Biduaya Mbula was also dodging. So it was interesting to see that the boxers have continued this fight with all the jabs. And the fans are still cheering on. Biduaya Mbulu. Oh, takes the jab. Ignatius continues to attack.
A beautifully taken.
Oh, a straight cut. Oh, Biduaya is bleeding. Biduaya is now bleeding. Biduaya Mbulu is bleeding. Ignatius, what a good straight punch from him.
Cosmas, it was from that left hook from Ignatius that landed on Biduaya's face, and at the end of it all, he leaves round 2 of this bout with hopefully it's not a broken nose, but he is bleeding, and the opposition, or rather the opponent, would want to take advantage of that. Usually what we get to see is the moment that you create an opportunity like that one, you would want to continue knocking on it, and with what we've already seen, we anticipate that Ignatius Mutale would want to continue hitting from where he did hit in the second round.
Indeed, we can see both coaches talking to their boxers there. Ignatius Mutale in the red corner with red gloves, and on the other side in the blue corner is Biduaya Mbulu with blue gloves. Ignatius has an advantage because he has made his opponent bleed, and he ended the second round on a very good note. That's a huge step to getting a victory in this fight for Ignatius Mutale. Take a look at the fans. You can see they're supporting. I'm sure those are Zambian fans, and they're pretty excited about this. We can hear how much they're cheering on. And the round 3 is on. Let's see who gets the better of who.
Is Ignatius Mutale going to continue from where he left off, or it could be a round for Biduaya this time around? Because when you look at all the 2 rounds that we've witnessed so far, you'd agree with me that the first one could have been an even one, but the second one, I think it could have gone to Ignatius Mutale's in his favor. But again, look at Biduaya taking the fight to Mutale, Ignatius. But again, the good part with Mutale is that he's able to dodge the attack and also create a bit of some spaces where he would want to take advantage.
Indeed, it was almost taken to the ropes. He's being taken into the corner, but he's able to dodge some punches. We've seen that Biduaya Mbulu has come in this third round quite confident, and we saw that he was able to put up a very good show and a very good performance in the first few seconds of this fight. Take a look at how he's throwing those jabs. Ignatius trying to dodge some, but some are reaching him.
When you look at this round, you would see that the boxers are losing a bit of some steam when you compare to the second round, where there was a bit more action than this. But the way they're throwing their punches, you're able to tell that the energy levels are slowly going down. Let's get to see what will transpire heading into the 4th, 5th, as well as the 6th round, if we are going to go all the way. But with what we are seeing here, I think one of the boxers should be preparing for a knockout. Ignatius Mutale has not given his opposition the best of punches in this third round, but we expect to see that he will continue from where he had left off and see to it that maybe, just maybe, he brings this to a close before we get to the 6th round.
We've seen that Ignatius is using quite a lot of hooks, and I think at this point he needs to change into straight jabs because he has an advantage. Biduaya Mbulu there, he's bleeding, and if he continues to punch on that nose, I think he might find a knockout. His first ever knockout in the professional category of his fighting career. So I think he should capitalize on that, because if he doesn't, he might go up until the 6th round and try to bank on the judges in order for him to win by unanimous decision. But he has got the better hand. Why not get that nose and get a knockout?
He'll be hoping for a knockout. But boxing in general, Cosmas, we look at big stars that have made their names from competitions like this, have gone on to represent their countries at the biggest stages. World Boxing Organization, World Boxing Federation, World Boxing Council, and we've seen in heavyweight category where boxers would hold the top division belts. The likes of Anton Joshua not so long ago, we've seen the likes of Klitschko also doing the same. And this is how you start your boxing career. You fight against boxers from the local division, or rather the local boxing promotions, and at the end of it all, you'll be able to be identified by other competing bigger stables and eventually turn into a renowned professional boxer.
Indeed, we can see that Biduaya Mbula at least dodged some punches there and managed to get the better of Ignatius Mutale. He was taken towards the rope, but he was almost dodging the punches, but they found his chin, and he was trying to get out of that position into a better position, but managed to to hug his opponent, and the referee intervened in that situation.
Seconds out of the
And
ring.
round 4 is what we are
Seconds out of
expecting.
the ring.
We haven't
This,
seen
ladies and
so much
gentlemen, is
holding
the
in this
fourth
fight that
and
the boxers
final
are
round
giving
in
each
this
other
lightweight
space,
division
room to
fight.
throw those punches. I think only in
Zambia
few
versus
instances
the Democratic
have we seen the
Republic of
boxers
Congo.
holding, mainly maybe because they still have a bit
Seconds
of
out
energy
of
to
the
go
ring.
on, and you don't get to see
number
boxers
4.
holding when they are tiring. But I think still a bit of energy. They all believe that this is still open for any of them to walk out of this ring with a victory.
Very true, Bobby. Ignatius is now coming in hot this time. In the previous round, Biduaya Mbula is the one who came in with so much confidence, but Ignatius seems to have it this time. You can see the punches and the jabs that he's throwing in the ribs of Biduaya Mbula. Biduaya trying to find the better of Ignatius, but Ignatius has the skill of dodging, so he's making good use of it. Those hooks might just get him the knockout that he's looking for.
And like we indicated at the beginning, Cosmas, he's got a strategy. He's not only going for the head, but he's also going for the lower part of the body, the ribs. He knows that if he gets a good strike, a good punch on the ribs, he'll be able to get a victory. But again, you are able to see Biduaya also trying to see how best he can land a very good punch to the head of Mutale, who is quite defensive, quite very good when it comes to defending his head, protecting his head, as well as being offensive.
That's very true. Both boxers are looking for good punches that might take the other down. Ignatius there trying to dodge. He's taken into the corner, which is a very dangerous position. Goes to the ropes and goes to the other corner. I think he must get out of that corner. Okay, the position has changed now. Biduaya is still bleeding, and I think that's what Ignatius should bank on. If he just gets that blow on the face, I think he'll be able to find his knockout that he's looking for. Take a look at those dodges.
Ignatius has been able to dodge quite a number of punches from Biduaya, and you see him once he dodges one, he tries to see how best he can protect himself, mainly using the left shoulder, and also he's using his strong hand, which is the left arm, to land those punches that his opposition is not expecting, because not so long ago we did see a left hook on Biduaya. Not one of the best punches, but it did land it. It did account for something from the three judges that we do have around the ring.
That's very true. And one other important thing to note, Bobby, is that both of these fighters are looking for a victory that they need to record in this fight. But we can see both of them quite wearing down a little bit. They are not as confident as they were in the first round, but this is just the fourth. They're going to endure up until the sixth.
Endurance is key for such a fight where you are unable to create those clear punch chances, but a good punch on his opponent.
We can see the boxers hugging themselves.
Sportsmanship. This
Exactly.
is why we love sport, because it brings out all the emotions. The boxers during the time when the fight is in is on, we don't get to see them hugging each other, but eventually at the end of it all, we're able to see that brotherliness, and just basically showing the world that this is just a fight, it is a sport, and at the end of it all, we should be able to embrace one another.
Indeed, I think Ignatius made good use of the punches below the hand. Unfortunately, none of the uppercuts from both boxers found the better of the other. And it was quite a good showcase in the 4 rounds. I think most heated round was round 3, I could say, where Ignatius found the better of Biduaya Mbula. And it was interesting to see Biduaya Mbula also get back and find some good punches on the head of Ignatius Mutale.
So this is what the first bout is offering. For those that are watching us on Diamond TV Facebook page, you can also just give your thoughts on what you make of the first fight of the evening. Remember, this is brought to you courtesy of CastleBet. All you need to do is go to our site for you to create an account and start betting with us. There's a lot of action, not only in the world of boxing, but also in other different sports disciplines where you're able to bet on CastleBet. And also remember that the leagues will be resuming in the next few weeks, beginning the month of August 2023. That's for the 2023-24 football season. The MTN Super League is also among the leagues that will be resuming in the next few weeks.
A big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, fight fans around the country, around the world. A big round of applause for our boxers from Zambia and the Democratic Republic of Congo. This, ladies and gentlemen, is proudly brought to you by Diamond TV, your #1 TV, Le Elementos Boutique Hotel, Exactly Egg Factory, True Virtual, and Pro Sports. Boxers in the next bout, please prepare yourself, Albert Mwewa and Gideon Matanda. We await the tallying of the fight results to see who carries the day. Both boxers still want to carry on. Allow me to recognize the presence of our legendary Michael Chilambe in the house. Michael Chilambe in the house. And of course, Buster Douglas Chilembi. And none other than Coach Wachalo, Tananka, all day long, 24/7. 24/7. This, ladies and gentlemen, is streaming live and direct on Diamond TV. Proudly brought to you by Le Elementos Boutique Hotel, Exactly Egg Factory, True Virtual, and Pro Sports, and Emperor's Palace Casino. A big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, for the two boxers. I see a decision has been reached. The judges have tallied and the match commissioner is signing off. We shall be able to give you the results shortly. After 4 rounds, Judge number 1 scores the fight 39-37. Judge number 2 scores the fight 39-36. Judge number 3 scores the fight